Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Metal Magdalene with Jet here on Metal Messiah Radio. Tonight, I have a very special guest with us on tonight's show. I have a Lord Ahriman of Dark Funeral. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Lord, last time you were with us and we were talking about the release of Nail Them to the Cross, your first release in about 6 years or so, featuring your new singer. Now, since that release, what has been some of the feedback to the new singer, and also how has he been received at your live shows?
Extremely well. I haven't heard any complaints whatsoever. Of course, I got some mail that, some fans miss Caligula with all rights. But, this is, our new vocalist, and that's the way it is. And so far, the response to him has been really well, even though, some people miss our previous guy. Mm-hmm. So it just feels good. I told him before, he became official with us, and before the single, expect some trolls showing up. But it's been extremely few of those, or maybe even none, that I'm, aware of.
No, I haven't seen or heard any really, except for, like you said, of course they're going to miss the old singer, but when they hear the new one, they don't miss him so much anymore. And, reading, I was just talking to you a little earlier, hearing some of the things about him. One of the things that keeps popping up is on this album and with the new singer, they could understand what he's saying, that he enunciates well, but he doesn't lose the whole style of singing.
Yeah, he's just really good to articulate the words. But he's been working hard on that, and that was one thing I wanted to improve on this record too. I wanted to get every piece of the music up, and even though it's extreme metal we're playing, black metal, still I think the vocals, there was room to work on that even more, to have more melodies in the vocal lines, and also that you can actually understand what he's singing. And I think he's just, he blows me away, He does such a fantastic job.
It is, and I think that's one of the highlights of the album too, because we're not so used to being able to actually hear what they're saying without losing some of the, essence of the music as well, but you got it all together on this one, and that's what we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to talk about your new album, Where Shadows Forever Reign. Now, first thing that hit me with this album before I even listened to it was the cover art for your new album is very, very, very similar to the cover art of your debut album, The Secrets of the Black Arts, which of course this year also marks the 20th anniversary of that album already. What was the significance of making the album covers so similar?
No intention whatsoever.
Really?
No, of course not. You maybe have to speak to Necrolo a little bit more about that. But here's the way we talked about this. I talked to him over a couple of years that maybe we should work together, for the next record. And he's been totally into it, and also us. And when we finally were, start working on this record, I called him up and said, "Oh, hey, let's, get you involved in the early stages, so we can work on artwork together." Mm-hmm. And he said, "Well, if you keep on, feeding me with music along the way, you're putting songs together. That way, I can listen to it and find inspiration from that, because that's the way I want to approach this project." That's the way we did, And on top of that, I know Hellemother was talking to him, explaining, some of his lyrical ideas and stuff. So you could have that in mind as well. So more than that, the band weren't really involved in his, creating process.
And here I am making it all kind of symbolic in my head. I'm like, here they are, I think, at your best ever, and kind of going back to your debut stuff, from there to here, and I'm putting all this stuff, and it had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
No, I mean, when I write, I prefer not to look to the past because it's already been done.
Right.
But to the future with everything. And of course, I mean, subconsciously there might be some influences, you know, from the past on this record. But that's, you know, it's not by intention.
And I was going to say, too, I mean, I don't think the music, I was just talking just the cover artwork. I mean, as far as music, there's no comparison.
No, well, you know, it's the same guy who did artwork.
Yeah.
He has his style when he's painting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even the shadings and the color and everything. And I like it, but I just thought there was some more deep symbolic meaning to it. But I was wrong.
No, because, as I said, you know, he worked by the new songs and lyrics. Was working on the painting, and I think, you know, when I saw it the first time, I was like, this is too good to be true, basically. Because it, you know, it really sucked me in. You know, the first time I saw it, it just sucked me in and gave the whole album, you know, its true identity, you know.
And yesterday, or a couple of days ago, the first video off the new album, Unchain My Soul, it seemed to have quite a bit of a positive feedback on it. Now, do you have a concept in mind when shooting videos, or do you leave that up to whoever's directing it?
No, we, you know, when we're doing videos like this, we follow the lyrical theme on the actual song that we're working on. And of course, we were under time pressure. We had lots of more ideas for this video, but I think, you know, under the circumstances, it turned out as good as we could do it at this time. And plan is to do another story-based video, maybe after the summer, you know, so we'll see. But
and why did you go with this particular song for the video?
I don't know. You know, we were talking back and forth with the label, which, you know, we had 2 songs, you know, as a first video. It was Where Shadows Forever Reign, the title track, or this, Unchain My Soul. And none of us could really, you know, pick one of them, like, to 100%. Okay, this is the one we're going to do it. And it was a weird situation because I've never been in that position when, you know, normally it's like very easy. This is definitely going to be a video track. But for this record, every song could have been a first video track, it feels. And the label felt pretty much the same. So they were like, well, it's up to you, you know, make a decision and just go with it. And it was lots of discussion back and forth until we could, you know, decide to go for Unchain My Soul.
Well, it's a great video, and it's a great song. The first song, it's the first track off the album, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the opening track.
Right. So, I mean, as soon as I saw the video and heard it, of course, it was familiar to me right away. And I think it was a good choice. I think you did a great choice. Now, I have a little personal question for you. How do you personally think that you have grown as a musician since your debut album 20 years ago?
Oh, well, that's a lot, you know. Nowadays I can play guitar a little bit better, for sure. The more years I've been working with music, the more, you know, depths I get, you know, the more soul I think I get behind. It's, you know, there's a stronger meaning for me, the music that I write. So that's maybe the biggest change from the early days. Of course, we meant serious business already when we started, of course, but yeah, it's on another plane nowadays, you know.
Since you've been around, you know the business now.
Yeah.
More so than you did back then. Now let's get back to the album. How long did it take you to actually write the songs for the new album, and what is the writing process like for you in Dark Funeral?
Normally I'll sit in my home studio and I write over a couple of years, you know. When there's some ideas popping up, I plug in, you know, the guitar and record it, so I have it for, you know, saved. You know, just loose ideas. It can be I can wake up in the middle of the night, straight when I wake up in the morning or whenever, during the day. It's just, when I get that idea, I record it. And then I gather lots of ideas. And when I have some stuff, written, I'll start to think about actual songs and try to dig into that. But it's, I got to be at a certain place when I write. It's hard to explain, but when I finally get the feeling for it, then it takes a couple of months to put together a record, maybe 6 months. But I'm kind of picky, it's not like I can say, okay, now I'm going to sit 10 hours a day writing. I got to go for the feeling and in what mode I am, So.
And how would you describe the new album, musically?
Well, I would say it's the most personal record musically for me. And also 2 of the songs I've been involved in the lyrics because I felt, I had so strong ideas and things in mind when I wrote those songs, which is As I Ascend and Temple of Ahriman. It was very important that the lyrics also portray what I had in mind with the music. So I started writing the lyrics for those songs, and then I asked Helge Mother to continue. I told him, exactly what I had in mind with the music and what the song meant for me. And then I wrote after that, continue to write all of the lyric I had started. And I think he did a fantastic job. He just captured exactly what I wanted with those songs.
Now, is there any basic lyrical theme to the album throughout the album, or do all the songs have to deal with different things?
They all deal with different things.
Okay.
Some are personal to me, some are very personal and private to Helge Mother. Some are more about satanic philosophy and the end of the world and stuff like that.
And were you guys happy with this final product of this album?
Yeah, I couldn't be more satisfied. I think, we did the best we could out of this record, and I think it's a good bridge. It shows lots of new takes on our brand of black metal, and it's a good bridge for what's to come. I learned a lot while writing this record, and I'm going to continue to develop and improve myself, and try to bring everything further on the next one.
And how is this album going to be released? Is it going to be on vinyl too?
Yeah, it's coming on, 5-6 different vinyl versions.
Oh, cool.
And digipack, CD, so it's lots of different versions, and I think it's cool. I grew up with vinyls. I prefer gatefold vinyls, so to still be able to get all our records released on gatefold is really cool, I think.
I love it too, and I like all the different ways that you can, all the different options that you have to pick up with all the different colors and the splatters and stuff, because when I was a kid, a red album was rare, and you were like, oh my god, I got the red one. And I kind of still get the same feeling now, even though they're not quite as much rare, but it's just a little more special.
Yeah, I was the same when I went to a record store at a young age.
I know the feeling. Now, are you guys going to do a lot of touring to follow up the release of the new album?
Yeah, we have a gig tomorrow, so tomorrow and on Sunday. So we start with festivals over the summer. Then a tour announcement is coming, I think, next week. We start with Europe, and then we're going to try to continue all over the world. So
you're keeping pretty busy.
Yeah, it's kind of intense schedule from now on, but it's good to be back, with new music, and now we all can do what we really want to do, and it's to work with a band and be doing shows and stuff like that. So it feels good.
So where's the best sites that people can go to find out where you're going to be on tour and what's going on with the band?
We have different social medias, and I think one of those for tour days is this Bands in Town app.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously all of us have Facebook pages, and we have a band Facebook pages, and we try to, we're not perfect, but we're trying to keep, everybody as updated as possible. And I guess now when we start touring and doing shows, there's going to be more easy stuff to share with the fans, so they can follow us. And we're working to improve ourselves on that part, so we can keep everybody in the loop what's going on. It's not the easiest thing, but yeah, we're trying at least.
Okay, well, there you have it. Check out the new album, Where Shadows Forever Reign by Dark Funeral, out now. And also check out their pages to find out where they're going to be playing near you. And Lord, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this interview with us here tonight.
All right, you're welcome, man.